Hi guys, it's me again, Nduma. In today's tutorial, we'll talk about some basic Linux commands that I think are helpful. So let's start by mentioning the ls command that we have used in the previous tutorial. Uh, ls command is a command that we use to see list of directories or folders and files in a certain directory. So when if we use just ls, it is going to display the files and folders of current directory that we are in. Uh, so let's press enter. In our current directory, we have only two files that we have created in the previous tutorial. There is no folder and we have only two files. So if these two files are in our current directory, in which directory are we in now? How do you know in which directory we are in? There is another command to see our current directory, pwd. Uh, this pwd command shows our current directory that we are in. Let's see. Now we are in our home users directory. Let's move to another directory, cd. By the way, the cd command is used to move from one directory to another directory. So let's move to home directory. Now we are in home directory. Let's see, pwd. It shows us that we are in our home directory. So now we saw list of, let's see, let's use ls to see what file and folder exists in our home directory. As you can see, we have only the user folder that we have been in. So this is how you use ls, pwd, and cd commands. Let's see. Uh, let's create a folder. To create a folder, we use a command mkdir, make directory. That means mkdir. Let's see, test. So we are not a root user, so we must use sudo command to create a directory in our home directory. Let's say test as mkdir test. In Linux, some commands need root access to execute, and others may not need root access at all to be executed. So now let's create a directory called test. Root is our password. Let's see now, ls. As you can see now, we have two folders or directories, test and user. Let's go to the folder that we have created now, cd test. Now let's use pwd to see in which directory we are in. We are in home test directory. So there is another way to a shortcut to go back to our parent directory. Let's use our parent directory is home. So let's go to our parent directory home cd. These two dots represents our home directory. If it is one dot, it represents our current directory that we are in. If it is two dots, that means it is our parent directory. Our parent directory is home. So let's press enter. Now let's see pwd. Now we are in home directory, which is parent directory for the user folder and test folder. So there is another shortcut, cd dash. This represents the folder that we are in previously. So it doesn't matter if it is a parent directory or a child directory that we have been in previously. It will take us to the previous directory that we have been in. Let's see. Now we want to test. This is the previous directory that we have been in. So this is how you use cd. Let's go to our root directory. The root directory is represented by this forward slash. It has no name. So let's clear our screen. So to go to the root directory cd, this is enough. So now pwd, now we are in our root directory. So let's see what file exists in our root directory. These are the files and folders that exist in the root directory. So there is another option to see. Let's see. We'll talk about permissions in our next tutorial, but we can see the long version of these directories with their detail. So ls minus l. This shows list of directories with their detailed information. As you can see, it lists the folders. The first one shows that their permissions. D represents directory. L represents link or shortcut. So R represents read. W represents write, and X represents execute. Then there is there are informations like when this file is modified, even the time, and other details that we will talk about in coming tutorials. So you can use ls with L if you want to see files in detail. Then there is another command with A. This command tells us that show every file, all of the files in the folder. Until now we saw files that are not hidden from the user. So if we use the minus a parameter, it is going to show us even all the files, even the files hidden from the user. Let's see. And there is no hidden file in this directory, but let's go to another to see hidden files. cd etc ls -a. Sorry, I couldn't find a hidden file here, but the minus option represents a parameter to show all files, including hidden files, in the directory that we want to see the files and folders. We will talk about some other commands in our coming tutorials. Thanks for watching. Bye.